Well, hey there. Hi there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Give me a second. My seat seems kind of low, doesn't it? That wasn't that much higher. So I think it's just the way my camera is and the way I am. So, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Makeup Monday. Today I'm going to put on some black makeup, and then I thought I could play. There's this demo for a game called Forspoken, and I thought I would play Forspoken with you all so you could take a look at it. So let's get started. The other day, I don't know if I told the internet. There's been a lot going on in life, but I decided that I was going to start watching The Flash from season 1. You know what? This is bothering me. Hold on. There we go. So, I decided to start rewatching The Flash, the CW series The Flash, the created by Greg Berlanti and Jeff Johns, and Andrew Kreisberg. I'm a big fan of that TV show. I love The Flash TV show, and yeah, so I decided I was going to rewatch it. So what I did, rather than just, go from season 1, episode 1, I mean, I did go to season 1, episode 1, but I decided that what I was going to do was only watch the bits and pieces of the show that, that I liked. Anything that I thought was boring or uninteresting, I just kind of would 10-second skip or full-on skip full episodes. So I was talking to Claudia, I think Saturday, about that I was doing this, and she was like, you should say what what you were watching, so that everyone knows, I guess, what episodes I thought were the most interesting and what episodes I thought were boring. So, all right, first off, I'm putting my foundation on. So I did watch most of the pilot. There's just something about a pilot, especially a pilot so raw, it's not, the characters are not done yet. It's sort of, you have to be kind of careful with watching a pilot and judging that as far as is this series going to be a show that I want to watch. That's why I usually do 3 episodes of a show to see if I want to watch it. It's harder to do now because in the long ago days when I was watching TV, first off, TV shows, their seasons were like 23 episodes. So 3 episodes gave you a nice little thing to get to know the characters, but you weren't completely immersed into the full and proper storyline quite yet. But now, there's a show that I started watching. It's called A Discovery of Witches. And it's like a vampy, witchy, otherworldly type of Oxford tale. But that first season has 8 episodes in it. So, watching 3 episodes, you've already made it halfway through the season, and as far as I'm concerned, I might as well keep going. So, you know what? Let me fix this. I don't like this. I want you to be able to see me the way I want to be seen. So, gonna do this. Boop. There we go. That's a little bit better. So, um, right, The Flash. So I watched all of season one. Most of it anyway. I don't. Really quick, I just want to say massive, massive, massive spoiler alerts for all of The Flash. So if you are a cool, flashy Flash person, I am going to tell you what happens. If you're not a flashy Flash person, then this doesn't, I mean, like, spoiling it doesn't really, like, affect you at all. So, in the first episode, we're introduced to, you know, the main characters, but, like, you know, back when the series came out, when did the first season come out? 2012, I think. The the casting of Iris West was it was a little bit of a thing. People had feelings about Iris being black, and about her father also being black. People were not like 100% okay with it. I liked it. I was like, let's go, let's see. But then we had Eddie Thawne. Eddie Thawne, who I was like, oh, he's the bad guy, right? No, he's not. He's like so boring. Eddie Thawne is the most boring guy in the entire world. And I understand now why he became the avatar for the negative Speed Force. Because he is literally so boring and uninteresting. Eddie Thawne, not Eobard. Not Eobard, but Eddie Thawne is a mayonnaise sandwich on white bread. It's technically, I guess, a sandwich. But I skipped most of the stuff with Eddie Thawne because I just don't like it. I thought it was kind of boring. I like the setup stuff with Caitlin and Cisco. Even though I knew who I'm using like medical tape because it doesn't pull off on my skin. And I'm just kind of gonna build some sort of what's it called? Stencil, like a stencil. So we have, you know, the story of this guy who witnessed a very scary thing when he was a child. That everyone told him there was no way that he saw what he saw, right? But he saw some big lightning flash thing get his mom. But everyone thought that his dad was the one who did it. But, like, honestly, I don't really understand why they thought that. I've seen they've played that scene in like a few different ways throughout the entire nine seasons, like a few times, and I still don't see how they got Henry Allen for that. But whatever. I guess that's the law. I don't know what I'm doing. This is wrong. Okay. So we have sweet little Barry, who is a cop, because he wants to solve he wants to solve his mother's murder because he knows his dad didn't do it. So he decides he's got to become a police officer in order to do that. So he is a CSI tech, and he had just been in Starling City. I don't know if it was still Starling City or Star City yet, because I stopped watching Batman Jr. I mean Arrow, like, very quickly. But he was on there, and they became friends. And then he went back home and he got hit by lightning when a particle accelerator exploded. So then he gets super fast powers and is in a coma for like a few months. And during those few months, his best friend, who he has a big crush on, gets together with mayonnaise sandwich. It doesn't make any sense. There was no chemistry. He's handsome, and that was pretty much all that Eddie Thawne was. I did fast forward through most of that. So I watched the pilot, and then I skipped. Ooh, I skipped a lot. And went to, because there were a lot of episodes in the first season. So I skipped most of the season, and then I went to episode 17, Tricksters. And that was the one with Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill was in it as the trickster. He's played the trickster in Justice League. Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. He voiced the voice of the trickster. So it was kind of cool to see him like still do the voice of the trickster. It's like kind of fun and cool. So messed that up. That's okay. So they so that was like a fun episode, and I did. Oh, and that's also the episode where Barry finds out that Harrison Wells is not Harrison Wells, that Harrison Wells is Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash. I don't think he actually knows that his name is Eobard Thawne yet, though, because, like, you know, this is the first time that he meets his mortal enemy, his nemesis. So then, and I did watch the next episode. Felicity comes to visit. Felicity Smoke. Is that it? Yes. Felicity Smoke, but it's spelled Smoak. So smoke, like smoke. Which was, again, I don't like the what's it called? I wasn't a big fan of the Arrow, so I didn't watch it. So I didn't watch a lot of it, and also I just thought that Felicity was kind of a boring. She was kind of a boring love interest. It's not her fault though. The actress, I'm sure, was perfectly fine. Okay, let's take this off and let's see what it looks like, and then we'll have to, fix it. But this gives us a good general shape of what we're working for. This is pretty good, actually. So, okay. We are gonna fix this. That's something. Okay. I have to set this tape aside to throw away. There we go. It's pretty close. this. And this. See, look at that weird shape. That's okay, though. Oh, it's just really on there good, actually. Okay, that's fine. So that's good. Then I watched the next following episodes where nothing much happens except, you know, they're leading up to the final confrontation. And in the final confrontation, Eddie Thawne does there's two things that happen actually in that last episode. We see a setup because, again, like I mentioned, we see the scene of what happens with Barry and his mom, and involving the Reverse Flash, that fight and everything. We see that specific scene happen a lot of times throughout the series. And so in this one, we see there are two flashes. There is a flash that is hiding in the bedroom, and a flash that is fighting Eobard Thawne at that time. And then that flash grabs his young self and saves himself because Eobard is like, I'm gonna get baby Barry before he grows up, and that will save me and make my life perfect if I just do that. It's such a nonsense. It's such a nonsense like plan. It doesn't make any sense, and I think it's like highly unintelligent for someone who considers themselves a supervillain. But you know, what do you know? What do I know? So, we have Barry. He's about to go and save his mom, but the older him goes, don't do it, which really makes him sad, but he decides to trust himself and he goes back home. And then he is almost gotten by the Reverse Flash, and then Eddie Thawne is like, I'm just gonna get myself, because if I'm his future descendant, and if I die, then he will too, which is not how time works in this, like, time travel and the timeline does not work this way, but they decide that it does temporarily. And so Eddie Thawne passes away in the arms of Iris, and everyone's real sad because Eddie Thawne was a really nice guy, and that's all anyone could say about him. He was a real nice guy, right? I mean, I don't know what else to say about Eddie Thawne. Also, he was a really nice guy. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything bad, right? Like, he was nice. I just did not find him to be very interesting part of the story. But Eddie passes away. Everyone's kind of sad about that. That's the end of season 1. And then what is season 2? I didn't barely watch season 2. I watched the first episode so I could get it all set up. We find out, Caitlyn's husband, Ronnie, had to explode himself to save the world, and so she's really sad. That's sort of Katie's personality is. She's just really sad a lot. Um and also like not really very good at getting over stuff until someone like she needs like a some sort of human or inhuman catalyst for her to move on or grow in any way. And I always found that to be kind of sad, um, because she could have been a really interesting character. And instead, she's three meh characters. Um, so I looks like I skipped. Oh right, because this was the Zoom season. I did not enjoy the Hunter Zolomon Zoom season. So it looks like I literally skipped the entire thing. I watched the first episode and the last episode because it just wasn't it wasn't a great season, I guess. Which, you know, I think that that's okay. I have seen the second season more than once, so I feel like I've done my best. So then we have season 3. Um, um, Season 3, Barry Barry done did the thing that he is predestined to do, which is Flashpoint. He creates Flashpoint by saving his mom and fracturing the timeline, then realizes that he's going to end up um, destroying like everything, so he has to take it back. He also at that time confessed to Iris that he had feelings for her, but Iris was a little, she just, she wasn't sure what her relationship with Barry is supposed to be. She saw something in the future that said that she and Barry are meant to be, and she keeps seeing that. That's part of the reason why Eddie Thawne thought it was a perfectly reasonable thing to do to end himself, because he was like, I don't have any importance in anything. I'm not the guy. Barry's the guy. So I'm gonna do this thing. So he does that thing. And it doesn't even like turn out right. It's fun. That's fun. So but so Flashpoint, he does Flashpoint, but it still like messed up the timeline. It caused Cisco, for some reason he broke the timeline, so things were not the same. There's a character on Arrow called Diggle, and Diggle had a son with his wife Lila, and when Barry comes back after unmaking Flashpoint, Diggle's son becomes Diggle's daughter, and then Cisco's brother tragically dies, which is not something that happened in the other timeline. So there's some animosity towards Barry from Cisco for a good portion of this season. He's pretty pissed off, and blames Barry for losing his brother, and he's really he's real bent out of shape about it. And he has a right to that, and a right to his feelings. So it's trust the process, right? Trust the process. That's what they say. So let's see. We've already gotten the crossover. We had the crossover with which did not actually happen in the third. I mean, it did happen in the third season, but like Barry jumps networks. See, hold on. So Barry jumps networks. He jumps from the CW to CBS because for the first season, Supergirl actually aired on CBS. So they're so he's on the show. They become best friends because they are two extremely likable white people with a diverse group of friends. So they have a lot in common. They also both like eating food. I mean, that is. They also can sing really well. That's just but that comes into play later. We have the very first of the multi show crossovers. The first one was Invasion. So they did that. I watched that episode, but then I decided to just keep going. And that I'd seen the crossovers. I've seen all the crossovers a bunch of times, and that wasn't the project. So, oh, right. So, then we go back. I forgot that this is the season of Savitar. We find out, that Savitar is, did I mention that I was going to spoil this season? I think I did. So we find out that that Barry's big enemy, the one that is going to kill Iris, is actually a future time revenant of Barry. So it's kind of like, so we got two Barry Allens, right? And this is just like a bad one, a bad version of him. This is what Barry would be like if everyone was mean to him and he didn't have a group of diverse friends around to keep him grounded. He apparently would turn into a real bad guy. So, and also because of something that Barry did, it brought it. I don't know if it's really something that Barry did. We don't know if they never really go over it. But Caitlin has ice powers now, and her persona of Killer Frost has come out, and that is, the first of Triplicate Girl's boring, because it was just like it's like nerd. It's like Caitlin's a nerd, Caitlin's not a nerd, and then Caitlin's like a peace-loving hippie. Like those are the three sides of her, and it's just the flattest written thing. And because I've seen this actress do stuff, I know that is this one Danielle Panabaker? Because she has a sister named Kay, and I can't remember who is who. But anyway, she can do a superhero movie. She can be all superhero. We saw Sky High. We know what's up. So I was always kind of disappointed with that, and I don't blame her. I think that that's how they wrote that character. And, you do what you can with what you got. So, looks like I skipped to the end. I did skip the musical episode this time, but that was only because I saw the musical episode a while ago. This is I have complicated feelings about the musical episode, though, Duet, because I don't love jukebox musicals, and this is not a complete jukebox musical. There's just some songs that are jukeboxy, and I thought it was a little disappointing because they have some really phenomenal singers that exist within the Arrowverse. At least on that are on both Supergirl and on let's see, we had that are on Supergirl, that are on Legends of Tomorrow, and that are on The Flash. Some real good singers. Giselle Martin. So I was really excited, and it just, you know, like a lot of things, it just fell short. The flashiness of it, so to speak, was just not there. So, but you know, everyone can sing really good. The guy who plays Win on Supergirl, he is a very good singer. He was in this movie with Kiki Palmer and Queen Latifah and Dolly Parton called "Make Some Noise" or something like that, or "Joyful Noise." I don't know, but they sang "Man in the Mirror," and it was really good. So like they have, and then a few of them, including Grey Destin, were on The Flash. Or sorry, we're on Glee. So all of them, we know they can all sing. And some of them were literally on Broadway. So, but I skipped that episode. I went to the Once and Future Flash, where Flash goes back in time, or goes into the future to 2017. And it's a future where Iris doesn't make it, and he's real, and Barry's all a mess, and he's not being a very good hero, and he's not helping people, and what's her face? Cisco got his hands frozen off by Killer Frost. Killer Frost is a full-on bad supervillain, and that guy Tom Felton, who's on the show for just that one season as a possible love interest that goes absolutely nowhere, because again, Caitlin doesn't get a happy ending for no reason. There's no reason why they couldn't casually slip in that she is, because it's not that like Caitlin needs a man. It's that they wrote Caitlin to be an exceptionally lonely person. Surrounded by people, friends and family, who are constantly finding their one. And that it just sucks, man. I just think it sucks. I think that they could do better. But they didn't, because the show's over. So, present day Barry is like, come on, guys, we gotta be friends and family, and we gotta fight together. We're Team Flash. And then they're like, yeah, we're Team Flash. And then Barry is like, yeah, I'm sorry for being a jerk and not talking to anyone. And now let's all be best friends. And then they are. Then they're all best friends again. And Barry goes back home, and he's like, I'm going to prevent this future from happening. And then they introduce, also there's another Wells, I guess. I keep forgetting that I guess that matters. Harrison Wells is some timeless, there's a Wells in every universe thing, but this season is HR Wells, who is he's really good. Like every Wells has like their weirdness, and this one he likes to give people nicknames, and he is good at discovering like your potential. and like helping you develop that. So he helps, um, uh, what's his face, Wally West. Uh, this Wally West hardly matters. He's barely there, and it's fine. It's fine. I actually don't care that much. And maybe that's just because, like, I love the Flash, but I've always been more of a Barry Allen Flash connoisseur than a Wally West. But I like Wally. It's just that um, this Wally doesn't have a lot to do when Barry is around, which is very, very similar to the comic books. He's got to find his way until, uh, I don't know, Barry vanishes or is just not around anymore, right? So where did I had it? Okay, there it is. So, um, Barry's trying to, or sorry, Wally's trying to figure out who he is because he has speed powers now, and everyone wants him to take it slow, but he can't. And then he ends up getting trapped in the Speed Force, I think, for a little while. And then they fight the Time Remnant Savitar and they defeat him. That part is barely, that's barely anything. That barely matters, y'all. Like, we already knew he was gonna get it. It was kind of funny because the way he got it was that um Barry destroyed his superpower suit, and then just as he was about to get the Savitar is about to get Barry, Iris just like pow-pows him. And they're like, oh well, all done. I mean, they did give him a chance. They were like, hey, do you want to be like a good guy? Because that's what we like to do, is turn bad guys into good guys. So Savitar was like, nah, I don't want to do that at all. So, she gave him a chance. Just blotting. So that's that. Um. Anyway, Barry defeats the undefeatable enemy, which is himself. It's always some kind of Barry fighting himself type of thing. And because of the huge colossal mess up that he did by creating Flashpoint, he was sentenced to spend some time in the Speed Force, an indeterminate amount of time, possibly forever. So he is gone and everyone's sad. Iris is like totally super in love with him for sure, and they are gonna be together forever and get married. And now they can't because he's in the Speed Force forever, and that's how, you know, that's how it's just gonna be. Except it's not, guys. Everything's fine. Barry ends up jumping out of the Speed Force, or getting pulled out of the Speed Force. He pulls some black matter with him and creates some new metahumans, including a character who was once one of my favorite comic book characters, but you know, the way that these folks sometimes do a supervillain, or not a supervillain, a hero, is villainry in and of itself. But Ralph Dinby is introduced in this season as a private investigator and former crooked police officer, also known as police officer. And he's kind of a sleazeball. Yeah, he's kind of a sleazeball. And I was disappointed because I always liked Ralph Dinby, who, yes, he has done some things that were maybe a little shady, but it was all for the greater good, I think. I think he's a good guy, and I didn't like it's like yet another bad version of a beloved superhero. Like they did the same thing with the Arrow, and instead of just making a Batman, if you want to make Batman, just make Batman, and stop turning characters who are distinctly not Batman into Batman. It's boring. If we want to see Batman, then we'll watch Batman, y'all. And if we want to watch the Green Arrow, who is sort of like the anti-capitalist rich boy, you know, version of, you know, like he's still an orphan. He still has been a little bit of a playboy, right? But also he is very liberal with his policies. He spent all of his money not making more money, which eventually meant that he was broke. And I liked him. I liked Oliver Queen. He was a cool guy. And then they made that TV show, and I don't like that Oliver Queen. But anyway, here's my makeup. It's just black. And then I took this pink Let me read. It's called... Sorry, Old Lady Eyes. Old Lady Eyes. Ariadna? Must be the type. And the lipstick color is called Dirty Talk. It's made by ill something, but it's just this pink, and it's a matte pink, and that's why I said it with this black matte lipstick. Just to I saw this sort of ombre looking lip on videos, and I thought, I'm gonna try that. So that's my makeup look, and that's also a few episode or a episode into the first 4 seasons of The Flash. I hope you enjoyed that, because I did. Let's play a game. Let me see if I can get it. So I wanted to show you this game that I got the demo for. Let's see if we can get it to, let's see if it'll show up. Hold on. 2 seconds. Okay. Just takes me a second. So I'm trying to change the size of the window. It's just taking a minute. There we go. Let's see if I can resize it. Okay. Let me... Okay, let's get this sized correctly. Okay. All right, let's play. We're gonna try. Oh, sorry. My controller's unplugged. There we go. Okay. Yeah.
Frey Holland, daydreamer, cat lover, New Yorker. On a fateful evening, her life changed drastically when she was mysteriously transported to the beautiful, treacherous land of Athia. Frey arrives with a magical, sentient bracelet inexplicably wrapped around her arm, then discovers she can cast powerful spells and use magic to swiftly traverse the sprawling landscapes. The last remnants of Athia's populace soon look to Frey as their only hope for confronting the Tantas, once benevolent matriarchs who now rule as maddened and evil sorceresses. Reluctant to help, but desperate to find a way back home, Frey sets off on a journey through this strange and dangerous land.
Eh?
This should be easy enough.
If only that were true of every battle.
Got you on your toes now.
Look out!
Ooh. LT and LB.
That's it. Gotcha.
The advantage is ours.
Where are you?
Much obliged.
Well, finish the job. That what I expected?
Didn't even break a sweat.
Ooh. The husk of a human corrupted by the break. Oh, cool. Look at this. I want that.
Try this for size. Yup. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
There you are. Come on.
How are you bearing up?
Not good.
Oh, how do I look like I'm bearing up? Whoa.
I like that you can change the cloak. I don't like the camera. I'm not doing very good with the camera.
How are you feeling?
A whole lot better than I did a minute ago.
Ow.
Ha! Huh. Yup.
All done.
Yeah, kind of tired after that. Huh.
Oh, look, I can climb a mountain. Okay, now let's go.
Gosh, look at you go.
That was cool.
I know,
though.
right?
Something's there. What shall we do?
Could pretend we didn't notice.
What one might call a gaggle of troublemakers.
The weak ones hunt in packs, huh? Nope, not working. Okay. Yeah. Incoming. Okay. Woo.
Your skills are coming along.
Guess so, huh?
It's real pretty, isn't it?
Seems the break hasn't taken hold too thoroughly here yet.
This is more than enough. Thanks. Not bad, I guess.
Yes, ought to come in handy. I'd imagine you'll have this wrapped up pretty quickly.
Yep, no sweat. That's not doing much.
Ah.
Starting to mop up the baddies really rather quickly.
Probably because you're starting to make yourself useful.
Oop, wrong button.
We should be safe here.
Good. I'm exhausted.
Long, long ago, the Tontus built spears of stone across Athea. The Tontus's power was so great that no sooner had they decided to build them than the spires appeared over the land. One day, these spires, these monuments, shall save our beloved Athea, said one of the Tontuses, with great anticipation in her eyes. Oh, that's the only one. That's the only thing. Okay, let's read this thing. Is this something we can read? Whoop.
What was I gonna make again? I like this cloak. Got some serious rainproofing going on.
Essential in a realm like Avawalit.
Yeah, wouldn't want to get that weird, damp towel smell. Ugh. Might as well pocket this. Actual treasure.
It's about time you learned something new.
Practice makes perfect. Just a few minutes more, please.
Do what you like. The prison here was said to be impossible to escape.
Oh yeah? Well, whoever started that rumor never met me.
Convinced you'd have ended up there, eh?
Yeah.
Don't worry, this'll be quick.
I do hope so. That'll teach you.
Yeah, what he said.
That kind of magic requires more range.
Kinda guessed that already. Ooh, gross.
This one seems like something of a handful.
Yep, better start pulling your weight.
Does that make it seems a little easier?
Yep. Okay, enough.
For you, perhaps. They'd be more than happy to continue.
Okay, use. Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Ooh, ow.
Nope, not working.
Oh, no, no, no! Ha!
That's not doing much. Come on. Oh, come on. There.
That was hard.
Do I sense you getting better at this, Frank?
How could I not? It's that or get my ass whooped.
Consumables?
I'll try not to consume them all at once. Hey, the bridge didn't collapse. Nice.
Why would it?
I don't know, just felt like it was gonna.
Ah. I just want to land on that spiky rock. Maybe I can land on that spiky rock. Ah.
Yeah. Ah. Check it out, fortress.
Well, it'll be a good chance to flex our muscles.
I never said we're going. Ah. Ha. The architectural vibe around here is pretty severe.
Well, most of Athia's governmental ministries were based here.
Yeah, not my scene at all. Let's not stick around.
out of the way.
Now that's what I call a pick-me-up.
Glad you're feeling on top of your game. Now's your chance.
Here it comes. Hey, you hear that?
Oh, whoops, wrong one.
Very nicely done.
All right, what's our next move?
Right over there.
What is that? Yeah. Yes, that's it.
I suppose it is.
Ooh, I got a star.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
I'll be the judge of that. Think we're close to something. Oh, I am so bored of having only you to talk to.
I'm sure some of our break-out old friends would love a chat.
Yeah. They just don't seem to get me, you know?
Ow.
Frey!
Oopsie. I fell too far.
Seems kind of slow.
Yes, that might not be your only concern here.
Ha! getting to be one tough customer.
I'd say you're becoming reasonably deadly, yes.
Where do you think this leads?
Nowhere, I'd imagine, but there might be something in here.
Should we check it out?
Do you mind hurrying up? I can almost feel myself rusting.
Can you rust?
Cool. Okay. Climb even higher with multiple leaps in quick succession. Very cool. Well, this is a cool looking game. I do actually have other things that I must do today, but I really wanted to, like,
Did you find something?
give this a real fun chance and have some fun with it. There she is. All right. Let's save it. That was so fun. All right, y'all. Thanks for playing that Forspoken demo with me. It is right now you can get that game on the internet at full price. I've not seen any sales for it. It's a pretty pricey game. It's like $95 for, like, with all the DLCs. But it looks so cool. It really does. Anyway. Boop. Let's do the thing. Thank you so much for joining us. Makeup Monday is a Calling Up Justice production. Special thanks to executive producer Claudia Alick. For more information on Claudia, check out the link in the chat. That's Linktree/Calling Up Justice. And special thanks to your host, Maiamama. For more information on me, please check out my links in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Due to some unforeseen familial emergencies, I will not be back until next week. But watch the replays. look at our link trees, see all of the information and all the stuff that we are into as a practice. And thanks so much for joining us. Okay, I love you. Bye bye.